Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 86 of Scion of the Dark House, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition Gothic horror podcast. Because it is Gothic horror, there may be some things that come up to a line for some people, such as talk of abuse and trauma, body horror, blood, gore, violence, child endangerment, and other such things. If anything comes up to a line for you, please take a break. Your support means a lot to us, but so does your mental health. So the last time we left off, the group finished defeating the strange mirror knights that had blinded them and attacked them after they shattered the mirrors that attempted to ensnare and enchant their minds. They then did a little bit of exploration around the palace, finding more of these strange moonstone objects. They finally found their way into what is presumably the royal bedchamber, that had been converted entirely into a museum to the Lady of Stars, with all of her various accoutrements, accessories, objects, and belongings all placed in cabinets, magically enchanted. After some interesting revelations, including investigating a quilt that was laid on the bed, the group found King Rothbart, the Moon King, crawling out of a strange darkness that he had been hiding in. He then vanished, and as everyone started arguing, their shadows expanded and slashed wildly at them, dealing immense amounts of damage. The Moon King then appeared in the center of the room and shouted that if they're coming to kill him, he'll just have to kill them all first. And so we're actually going to begin by rolling initiative. So everyone, please roll me initiative.
I was just gonna throw a fireball at him while he was talking, but okay.
Oof.
Fair enough.
Yay.
So you got a 5.
Okay. 22 for Arthur.
22 for moi.
22 for Rerek.
21!
Ooh, 21 for Lucky. Alex and Lark. 12 for Lark.
Oh no, slow boy. What about Alex?
Oh shit, sorry.
Don't yawn.
Sorry. 20. And Alex got a 1.
All right. Not too bad.
What was Percy?
5.
Wow.
So 2 of you rolled 22, which was also what the Moon King rolled. So we're going to go...
Three-way.
I've got a 20 deck score.
Well, I was going to say, if a monster and a player roll the same initiative, the monster automatically goes second. So
Okay, fair.
Arthur and Rerek, whoever has the higher dexterity goes first, the other one then goes, and then it'll be the Moon King. Okay, so Arthur, and then Rerek, and then the Moon King. And then
I
we'll
would have
move on
hoped the Ranger
to...
Rogue had a higher score.
Yeah. Where do I look at for that?
dexterity.
The 14, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
But Arthur has what, a 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
So what would you like to
So-
do?
We are going to go. I have a feeling that if I used a strength save, that would not work very well. So we're going to Hunter's Mark that motherfucker, but I'm going to use my free Blessing of the Mammoth Spirit casting. One of them.
Awesome.
And then we will attack with the Dragonwing Bow, Crypt Bane.
Ooh.
And that is advantage because he did not act yet.
Right.
I don't know why it's not letting me do that. Okay, first one was a 27.
That hits.
Let's roll to see if that's a crit. Okay, no crit. So 27 hits.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to roll damage.
Yep.
And then additional 2d6 fire. 1d6 for Hunter's Mark, 2d6 for sneak attack. Total of 31 damage, unless you need anything separated.
Actually, I do need the fire separated.
fire is
Actually, no. Subtract the fire.
fuck.
He
Total
doesn't
of
take
10
the fire.
damage.
Only 10. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, oh no. I'm sorry. Well, wait, because does my Cryptbane? Oh yes. Okay. I'm sorry. Hang on. I lied.
This is so much
15,
math.
20 total of 25 damage if we're subtracting the fire.
All right.
Because
So
it's just
subtract an
those
extra
first
15.
2d6.
Don't die.
All right. So is there anything else you would like to do as you fire at the Moon King, striking him in the shoulder? He seems a bit surprised that you were able to get a shot off so quick.
Let's think. I used the bonus action for Hunter's Mark. I used my action. I keep forgetting about my steady aim and also my sharpshooter feature. But I'll remember that next time.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. We're just gonna have Jasmine. I don't know. I guess we'll try for. Oh fuck! Her strength score is reduced.
By 4.
Fuck. No. I am just gonna chill. Actually. Yeah.
All
I'm good.
right. So next up is Rerek. What would you like to do?
Are any of them 20? Are any of us at least 20 feet away from him?
I would say, yes, I would say that they are about 30 feet away from each other. I will also
Because he
say
appeared like
as-
on the other side of the room, right?
Yes, and the room is quite large. It's probably about 60 feet across. It's pretty big.
Oof,
It's
okay.
giant.
I was wondering if I should be violent and blow him up, or I should be like a little bit more passive and just have him sleep.
Yeah,
Didn't
choose
Arthur
violence.
just learn that he's immune to fire?
I don't know that
Amazing.
Arthur would know that.
You
Okay.
would see that the arrow
Wait,
did
do we know that he's immune to
significantly.
fire?
Well, I will say, Arthur, you would have learned that that the arrow did significantly less damage than you thought it would, or that it usually does
Right.
to other creatures.
Okay.
Okay.
But you can't communicate it quite yet.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't really know how I even would.
Okay, well, I should just go and try and have him sleep.
I will say good luck with that.
Yeah, that doesn't. I mean, okay.
Wait, I don't know if he's
Probably
immune to
gotta-
sleep. Undead and creatures immune to being charmed. Can he be charmed?
I mean, I would
No,
guess
the problem is
probably
he's going to
They're
have
wild.
a dickload of HP, and
Well,
he's
also-
probably
people are
also
also
immune to being
usually
And
charmed.
also,
charmed.
he's an Archfey. Fae are
Archfey.
notoriously
Ah,
hard to put to sleep,
fucking
if you
hell.
can even do it at all.
I'll use my
Yeah.
1 6-level slot then to fireball his ass.
Okay.
Okay.
He does not need to make a saving throw. As you bomb him with your fireball, and he simply turns and looks at you. It has done nothing.
Oh, that was dumb. Wait, did you say immune or did you say resistant?
Immune.
Fucking.
Oh, what he said
hear.
was,
I'm
"Sucks to
sorry.
suck."
Well,
It's okay.
now
I
you
mean,
know
Rerek-
for sure.
Rerek really wouldn't have known, you know.
There's
Plus,
nothing
he
that
likes
he can
casting
do.
fireball, so
Yep, there's nothing that he can do. Okay,
that
so
all tracks, honestly.
he is going to. Let me see.
No.
So now that
Now
you've
that
just
all of us are
fireballed
very
him,
badly wounded,
he holds his staff, his sort of crystalline wand, and he makes 3 quick flicks with it, firing out 3 bolts of moon energy towards you, Rerek. He's going to attack you 3 times with his moon bolt.
And
So that's 26. 16. And 30.
I'm dead. Wait, what?
I'm assuming all of those hit.
those were to hit. Those were
Yeah,
to
those were
hit.
to hit.
Those were attack rolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Do. So that's 22 for the first hit of radiant damage.
Fuck me.
And I've run out of portents.
13 for the second hit. And 17 for the third hit. And that's
52
all
total
radiant
damage.
Ooh,
Oh god, that's 52.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can
Oh
I
my
see
god.
your? Can I see your thing?
A
And that
32.
is going to be the end of his turn.
Oy.
So
Okay.
next up is Next up is Lucky.
Yeah. I want to test a thing before doing a thing. So, but I'm scared. Cause like I just saw the Dragonborn get super like fucked. So okay, let me just ask, should I just do the thing and see if it works? Or should I just do the thing? Okay.
Just do the thing. At
All
this point, it's
right.
probably your best bet.
I'm gonna use Rathalim's Psychic Lance or with Rahalothim's Psychic Lance. Oh no, I'm gonna try that. So I got to do an attack. Oh no, he has to do a save, an intelligence save of 17.
17 intelligence save of
Yeah.
17. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. He only gets a 16.
Oh yay!
Nice.
Hey, perfect. All right, 7d6.
Ooh.
So 5, 10, 12. Down on the floor. 13. 16. How many was that?
4.
19. 21. 24. Plus, is that it? 24. Yeah, 24 psychic damage. If it
All
works.
right. Yes, it does work.
Oh, perfect. Good. I've got plenty of psychic damage.
Is there any other effect of that spell, or is it just straight up psychic damage?
No, they're also incapacitated until the next turn.
End of their next turn?
And incapacitated until the start of my next turn. So yeah, essentially.
Okay. Good to know.
So,
let me check something.
I just imagine my unassuming tiefling just like yells while touching his temples. Just,
Incapacitated means
Yep, so
can't
I
take
cannot
actions
do
or reactions.
anything.
Okay.
Yep, so that's fun.
Holy fuck.
Bonus action, I'm going to do a inspiration. I just need to pick who. I'm gonna be like, go edgelord it up and give inspiration to Percy. And then I guess Chamomile gets to go. So,
Ooh.
but she has had her strength reduced, which isn't fun.
Yes.
So, what's the modifier for 16 plus 3?
+3, I think, yeah.
Okay, so 14.
Nope.
For the beaky, nope, and then nope for the other one. She just saunters up like her cute bear self and just growls at it. Just grr.
All
Very
right.
intimidating.
So next up after Lucky is Lark.
I'm gonna fly 30 feet into the air and get away from everybody else.
Wait, it's a 20-foot
Surprise!
ceiling.
It
It's
is a
only
20-foot ceiling.
I'll fly 19 feet into the air.
You can do that, yes.
then 11 feet in another direction. I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
28, 26, 22 to hit.
All 3 hit.
14, 18 plus 15. 33 damage. 33 force damage.
Ooh, 33 force damage. Fun.
And then I'm gonna quicken a spell.
Ooh, are you gonna quicken another Eldritch Blast?
Let me see. I was at 9. I'm down to 7 after this. I want to quicken an Eldritch Blast, or I want to quicken something different, something weirder. Let me see what some of my spells do. What's this thing do? Does incapacitated give him any like bad times?
Nope.
It
Just can't do nothing.
Yeah, his expression is this right now.
What if we put more psychic damage on him?
You
Oh,
certainly
That
can.
sounds good.
Or are you gonna Tosh's mind whip him?
I mean, I'm thinking Mind Whip. Mind Whip.
Whip it, yeah.
Whip
Because
it
then
real
he'll have to
good.
pick between moving or doing anything.
Come on now. It's not too late.
Or, I mean, Eldritch Blast. I'll just quicken an Eldritch Blast. He's already incapacitated. It's fine.
Yeah, he's incapacitated until the beginning of Lucky's turn.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, it's gonna be a while before he can do anything.
So next round of Eldritch Blasts, 17, 30,
Just
20,
hits.
and 24.
All 3 hit. The 17 just hits.
Oh. This is less damage than the first round. Because that's only going to be 11 plus 15 is 26 force damage.
All right. You are whittling him down. You blast him with these beams of night. And even in his incapacitated state, you watch as his eyes move up towards you. And there's a slight, you can see this because you see this when other Archfey look at you. A realization of who is your patron, but he can't say anything.
Yeah.
So
Lark's just going to be like, kudos from the queen.
So we're going to move on.
Yeah.
Next up is Percy.
Woo.
Yeah, bardic inspiration.
Oh, thanks. I think Percy's
what
just
is
gonna
that?
saunter up right next to him since I'm the default party tank.
Apparently.
And I'm gonna cast Vampiric Touch at 6th level.
Ooh.
All right.
That's it.
The bardic inspiration is a D10, by the way. So
Sweet. So let's see if I need it. So I make a melee
hang on.
spell attack.
Wait,
yeah,
You
you
have
have
to
to choose to
use
use
it.
it
Oh, do
before
I?
you know.
or not before
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I do need to use it because I rolled pretty high. It's a 25 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Cool. So that's 6d6 necrotic damage. Where's my d6? I don't know where it went. I'm just going to Google Dice Roller.
Excuse me.
And go.
I have the hiccups. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's 25 necrotic damage.
Ooh.
And I recover 25 HP.
Ooh.
Oh, half the amount. So
yes.
12 HP.
Yeah. All right. So now that you've walked up to him and you slapped your hand onto his sort of jacket and you watch as his skin begins to get a little more sallow as you draw vitality out of him, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nah.
All right.
That's
So
all.
now we're down to Alex.
Yep, hang on, I'm getting his character sheet. We are gonna do a. You know what? Hang on 1 second. Googling a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Magic missile.
I was gonna use magic missile, but I'm trying not to be boring.
But it's what Alex would do.
You gotta play the character true to the character.
I mean, he would try to fireball, even knowing that 2 fire attacks have failed at this point.
All right. Well, we're certainly not doing that. I'll tell you that.
I mean, he is
you
incapacitated. It is
Has
like his
been
essential.
very fireball happy this entire campaign. It has caused what, 2 entire genocides?
Everyone is fucking fireball happy. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Rerek was the
We
first
are-
fireball genocide.
he
And then the
was.
2 of them just like one-rounded an entire flock of woodland creatures by fireballing back to back.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
My first
Yeah, your first
Baby's
fireball
first
murder.
genocide.
my first
That was the
genocide
mole
was I
people.
just spit on the wedge.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah,
hedge
breath
maze.
weapon. It wasn't fireball.
I
Yeah,
spit fire.
it
I
was,
didn't have
it was the
fireball.
mold people in the hedge maze.
Yeah, I just spit fire on the on the hedge. I
I
was
like
like,
how
we
even
can
after
never
you
let
all...
her find out about that.
This boy is spitting
No.
fire.
I love how
All
even
right,
after they showed themselves to be like peaceful, you decided to
Yeah.
kill them all.
Well, he made that decision by himself.
Very true.
Oh, Lark was cheering him on the whole
Lark
time.
wanted us to kill them all.
Lark was born in a garden. He doesn't like mushrooms.
So, what spell are you casting, Alex?
We're gonna do Avard's Black Tentacles.
Oh,
Yeah. So that is a dexterity save.
I've
does
seen this.
incapacitated do something with dexterity saves? I think they like instantly don't they
Fail.
instantly fail?
It
Fail.
literally the entire description is just it cannot use its action or reaction.
Yeah.
That's the entire description of incapacitated on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
I would imagine reaction is a save.
I don't know. I think he can
It
still make the
doesn't
save.
Yeah, because I was gonna say incapacitated is different than paralyzed. Paralyzed is when you start
Right.
feeling things automatically.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
All
Because
right.
hold-
Incapacitated
hold
just means
spells
he can't take
Paralyzed.
actions.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
So I think he would still get an opportunity to save.
He's just
You
like,
know what? He rolled a
"Brr."
natural 1.
Oh wow.
There you go.
But I'm
Okay.
wondering if he can technically use his legendary resistance if he's incapacitated.
Hmm.
I
That's
think
the
he,
thing.
I wouldn't see any
up to
reason
you.
why he couldn't.
This
All
is
right, I'm gonna
totally
use
up to
it.
you. There you go.
Oh God.
Just fuck
Fair
us
enough.
over. It's all good.
Okay.
Yep.
So fuck me.
He
I mean, I did
succeeds.
it.
He succeeds on that saving throw.
Okay, not right now. Okay, cool. Well, Alex does not have any bonus action spells as far as I can see. So we're just gonna say that is it for Alex.
All right, so we are back up to the top with Arthur, and then Rerek, and then the Moon King misses his turn, and then Lucky.
Okay, so we are going to remember that I have sharpshooter and steady aim.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm debating if I want to cast Hunter's Mark and use steady aim next turn.
You have Hunter's Mark on
Oh,
him
wait.
already.
I already have Hunter's Mark on him. You're right.
Yes, you do.
I already do. So I will use steady aim and sharpshooter. And we're going to attack with Crypt Bane. Let me find him. Okay, that's one roll. Ooh, glad I have advantage.
Oh.
Does a 16 hit?
What was that?
A
My dog.
16 does not hit.
Go.
As you fire the
Okay.
arrow, it hits right in the chest plate, and bling, the arrow goes flying off into nowhere.
Ah,
Is there
shit.
anything else you would like to do?
That is Arthur in character. Well, he can't move because he used steady aim. So No, we're just gonna
I
chill.
bet it
I'm not
was that
gonna- well,
-5
you know what?
from the sharpshooter that made you miss, wasn't it?
Well, also the fact that I rolled a 6, so
Um,
because I have a
Hmm.
+12.
I was gonna say, I
It's
think this is the
+12.
first time I've seen you miss an arrow shot in like months, if not
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah, because I almost always roll a 30. Like,
yeah.
okay, so well, that sucks. Arthur is having a bad day. He's really in need of some whiskey. Is what's going on. Yeah, let's say we'll have Jasmine do a pounce, like
Okay.
just in case he whiffs the saving throw.
All right.
Let me close that. Oh, that wasn't a real roll. Hang on, I rolled the wrong thing. It was a 17, but I'm not keeping it because I didn't click the right thing. Claws. Here we go. Oh, fuck you.
Oh,
God
Uh-oh.
damn my honesty. That was a 12.
That is a miss. The claws clang, bounce off of the armor. So,
Okay.
anything else?
I think I want to have Jasmine run, and I'm gonna have her like run back to me. And yes, if he gets an opportunity attack, go ahead. I just don't want her.
He
up there
does
with
not.
He doesn't. He's incapacitated.
Oh right, because
This is the time period to run up and back it. Yeah, he's totally-
Yeah.
So
All
now
right, cool. So
it
Jasmine
is
to me.
Rerek's turn. So what you doing?
God, wow, that's the first time I've like ever had a turn where I did absolutely nothing.
Can you hear me? Can I?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you. Beautiful.
If
Sonorous.
fire doesn't work,
Do
Do you have any not fire?
yeah,
Okay.
You,
I have thunder
do-
and ice.
I spiked the bitch.
I don't have ice spike, but I have
Oh, my bad.
frostbite.
There you
Yeah,
go.
but you gotta touch him.
No, there's a 60 feet range.
For frostbite? Oh, I'm thinking of chill touch.
I want to use that.
Nope. Chill touch is range too.
Yeah, Chill Touch has
What?
a better range than that. It's 120 feet on Chill
Yeah.
Touch.
Chill
What
touch
the
is neither
actual
chill
fuck?
nor a touch because it deals necrotic damage.
It was my very
Okay,
first
that's a
attacking
stupid
cantrip.
Show touch
am
is
I
like
thinking
the
of?
show touch is like the lore equivalent of walking into a haunted house and being like, "Ooh, there's a cold spot here." Like that's what show touch is.
Well, okay.
What am I thinking of? That's like a cold damage on a touch.
Ray of frost, cone of frost,
No.
cone of coldness.
Am I thinking of stupid? Is that what I'm thinking of?
Possibly.
I don't think there is a touch range cold spell.
Okay.
touch
There's a
range.
touch
I think
range
they're all
shock.
ranged.
Fair
Like
enough.
touch range spells, the only one that I can think of is Shocking Grasp, like of the cantrips.
Yeah.
And
All
Primal
right.
Sentinel
Anyway, sorry, Rerek.
does acid.
So yeah, Rerek, what are you doing?
Casting frostbite. He needs to do a constitution.
Well, he's immune to cold damage.
So
Oh, nothing happens. You just see the rime of
Awesome.
frost form on his body, but it doesn't do anything.
and we're 0 for 2 for what, 4th level spells now?
Frostbite is a
At this
cantrip.
point,
It's a
luckily.
cantrip, so nothing happened. So
Oh, okay.
he didn't
yeah.
lose anything.
Yeah.
Can
Well,
I
at least
make
you didn't
fun
lose
of
a
the rest of the
slot.
party in the middle of a combat, please?
This is the worst.
Of course you
It's the
can.
in-character thing to do.
Speaking
Lark's
is a
just
free
gonna be like,
action.
I think you should realize that an Archfey isn't going to be hurt too bad by fire and ice.
Okay.
Thanks for the tip.
Thank you.
Ass hat.
When I'm out damaging you, there's an issue.
So now we're moving to the Moon King. His turn ends because he's incapacitated. But you watch as he finally starts to move, looking a bit afraid as we hit Lucky's turn.
Okay, I can do that again, but I'm gonna yell, 2 people can moon this bitch and cast Moonbeam. Oh wait, it's a Constitution saving throw. Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, that's what you meant by 2.
I need to check something because he is the Moon King.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if it would work, but you know, I figured if he's shooting, I don't know, it's radiant damage. Is he?
I mean,
immune
I'm gonna be honest. Even if D&D rules say it works, like he's the fucking Moon King. Like, not that I'm trying to like nerf the party, but like it kind of would make sense.
The only reason I wanted to use it though, because it specifically says to a shape changer, like make saving throws at disadvantage, and I like just my brain was going, his arm is changing shape, so maybe he's like a shape changer. Like
I think that would be a shifter, a changeling, or
I don't know. Listen,
lycanthrope.
The rules are just guidelines, okay? It's whatever Spencer likes.
Actually, he's going to use his second legendary resistance to
so it's a moot point.
Okay, I just shone a spotlight right down on him. Just
does it say half damage if they succeed on the saving throw?
That's half as much. And I cast it at level 3, so I get 3d10.
Ooh.
Ooh, 10. Is that a 6 or a 9? That's a 9, so 19. And 1, 20.
Ooh.
So 10
20 damage.
And I can move it. I can move it around. So I have to remember that.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, you surprisingly, the moonlight does seem to damage him a little bit.
Alright, and then bonus action. I'm going to, because how many more bardic inspirations do I have? I have 3. Okay, bonus action. I see that I see Arthur struggling, so I'm just gonna be like, please hit him with your bow and give you bardic inspiration.
Okay, and what is that?
The D10. So
it's a D10. Okay, cool.
You can use it on any save or attack. Or ability check, but like I don't think that's going to be applicable for this certain.
Not right this very moment.
I also would like to move behind everybody if that's possible.
Yes, you can.
Okay, and now my sad little owl bear I guess gets to try to beak and claw. So beak, nope, and claw. Didn't land anything. Oh, definitely nope. So Chamomile is just essentially just growling at him again. Yeah, she's ruffled up. She's like puffed up like a parakeet.
So he's going to use a legendary action and vanishes once again and appears in the opposite corner of the room to the bed. So he is directly in line with you all, about the same distance away, but he's moved. And so after Lucky, it is Lark.
Wait a sec. Did he just leave Chamomile's space?
Via teleportation, which doesn't trigger.
Which does not provoke opportunity attacks. You're right.
Also, Chamomile she's just a big gentle giant. Like she wouldn't even realize what's happened. Even if I could opportunity attack, I feel like Chamomile would just be like, "You're good. No, I'm good." She's just fluffy.
I love that she's so chill, but she's so fucking terrifying. Like
she's just chill until she's not, and then she is.
Actually, because we're moving into Lark, that means that we move past initiative 20, which means dun dun dun. Shit happens.
Oh no.
Because
super.
He's going to use one of his lair actions, and you watch as the shadows next to Lucky, Arthur, Rerek,
leave me alone,
and Percy, they once again elongate, and growing out of them are these strange winged creatures with gargoyle faces and glowing eyes that seem to be made out of shadows as he summons 4 shadow demons. And they get to immediately attack.
Fuck.
One moment while I pull up the stat block.
I was really hoping this was going to be another saving throw.
I was quite hoping it would be a saving throw, but it wasn't. No.
Please don't have a million attacks. Okay, good. So each of them is going to make a claw attack against you. So let's just go in initiative order. Arthur, you first. It makes 1 claw attack. Does a 24 hit you?
No.
Yes.
That's 11 points of psychic damage as its
Of
claw
course it is.
swipes through you. Lucky.
No.
No.
Does an 18 hit you?
Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, no, it does. Yeah, it definitely does. Low numbers.
10
No.
points of psychic damage.
It was lower, but not low.
Rerek.
I'm feeling it a bit, boys.
Does a 12 hit you?
No!
Its claw passes towards you, but you lean back as the claw
I was like, I'm too fucked
in
up.
front of your face, and it misses. Percy. Does an 18 hit you?
Does. But sudden cacophony. I'm gonna use my new ability.
Ah, yes.
Ooh.
So,
Normal reaction
as you
fail.
go to cast shield, your body locks up for a second. You feel the spiral in your side begin to burn, and you watch other people as it glows a strange, eerie purple color, as strange, shadowy ghosts begin to swirl around him. You, Arthur, that speak deep speech, can understand that they are shouting about becoming free and other such things.
Percy, whatever you're doing, I'm not sure I like it.
And it subsides, and you regain control of your body, but the shadow demon misses you entirely. So now we move into Lark's turn.
Oh, one quick thing, Arthur, you only took half damage from that because you're resistant to psychic damage.
Oh,
Intellect
Because of Intellect
Fortress.
Fortress. I forgot about that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I will regain 5 HP.
I mean,
Thank you.
Lark's just gonna be like, I really do like your style. Honestly, shadow demons, all this doom and gloom on the moon. I just think a little redecorating and a little, I don't know, change of management, and this place could really be up to snuff for a domain. And while he's like,
Do you really think we have
mumbling
the time
on-
to chat, Lark?
Oh no, while he's mumbling on, I want the shadow behind the Moon King to like lengthen as Fifi just walks out of it. I'm gonna spend 3 sorcery points and summon my Houndeville Omen, which is a
Gotcha.
giant Feywild Shadowfell fox. Everybody else has a pet. I want a pet too.
Yep.
Fair enough.
So Fifi's right behind him
Uh-huh.
because I can drop Fifi within 120 feet of anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3 of my sorcery points, and I think Fifi's a bonus action to drop on somebody, if I remember my abilities correctly. I have 4
I think he is.
Yep, just as a bonus action. So yeah, as my action for the turn, after dropping thieves, I'm gonna what do you want to do here? Well, yeah, let's just mind whip him.
All right.
So Tasha's mind whip. I'll do it at let's say, yeah, we'll do it. We'll just do it at 2nd level.
Is it an attack roll or a saving throw?
It's a saving throw that he has disadvantage on because Fifi's within 5 feet of him.
Well, he's just going to use his last legendary resistance to just succeed.
I have a question.
It happens.
Uh-huh.
Does that not count as a success? Does that count as a success? Because I have a reaction that I can make people fucking do it over again.
I think it would, because the legendary resistance means that it automatically succeeds on the saving throw, correct?
But does that mean I can use my reaction to be like, no?
I'm going to say no, because then
Okay.
that defeats the point of legendary resistance.
That's what I was assuming.
Right.
I was assuming. But
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So he succeeds on
Mind
that
whip, I
throw.
don't think it does anything on a success.
I thought it just dealt the damage. It just didn't force them
No,
to...
it's half as much damage, yeah. So it doesn't do the thing. So he's gonna take half of this. He's gonna take I rolled a 6 on 3d6, so a grand total of 3 psychic damage.
Ooh.
Ooh. And I guess Fifi gets to attack him.
Yep.
My Fiefsters. Bite attack. That's only a 7 to hit. That's not gonna hit.
Fifi leaps up and bites at the Moon King's side, only to hear a loud clang as her teeth hit the metal.
My Fiefs. That's ones. Yeah.
So is that the end of your turn?
That's all I got.
All right.
This last legendary resistance.
It is his last legendary resistance. So Percy, what would you like to do?
Cool. I'm going to bonus action summon my spiritual weapon as my scythe. And make a big old slice at him, casting it at 4th level again.
Awesome. So attack roll.
Yes, that is a 25 to hit.
Actually, make that at disadvantage as he's going to use his reaction, and he phases slightly out of existence as the scythe begins to hurtle towards him. So roll it again. Take the lower one.
That is going to be a 17.
That just hits. Roll the damage.
Okay. That's going to be 13 force damage.
So that would be 6 because as the scythe passes through him, it doesn't do as much damage as you were expecting it to do.
Oh. And then I'm going to use my action to make another melee spell attack for Vampiric Touch.
He moved away from you, so you are no longer standing next to him.
Can I move to him? I meant on the demon, on the thing in front of me.
Oh, the demon? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hit the demon.
That is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. So another 66. That's 26 necrotic damage.
All right. As you reach out and you grab this creature, it does not do as much damage as you think it does. This creature seems to be resistant to necrotic damage.
It's resistant to everything I got.
It is a shadow.
Yeah.
They're pretty wild.
So did it do half damage?
It did half damage, which means that you would then take half of that instead of... Yeah. But hey, any hit points is better than nothing.
Yep.
All right. So is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
We're going to head to Alex. I will say the Moon King is very much barely holding on at this point.
Oh, okay.
I think Yofi froze.
Oh, Yofi did freeze. Oh, there he's back.
I'm sorry, I'm here.
So what would Alex like to do?
Yep. Yeah,
Alex.
no, we're back to Alex, not you.
Alex.
I gotta find his character sheet. Okay, yeah, let's say Alex is gonna do a magic missile, so he is down 2 4th level spell slots right now. We're just gonna cast that at 4th level. You know what? He's still got 1. Wait, is that used? Is that slots expended or slots used? Okay, he's still got 2 fifth. Let's do magic missile at 5th level.
All right then.
So that's what, 3 darts plus
1 for each above
so
first.
6 darts.
Yes, so 64 plus 6. And they all automatically hit.
Let me see here.
I will say at this point, the Moon King becomes solid once again.
6d4 plus 6 is a total of 21 for magic missile.
Ooh. As he hurtles these magic missiles like a machine gun, it actually blasts holes directly through the Moon King. And you watch for a moment as he looks in terror before he just screams, "No!" and explodes in a blast of moonlight that shreds the shadow demons before twinkling out of existence. There is a dusting of some sort of sparkly white powder that is floating down to the ground like a soft snow. in about maybe a 10-foot area where he was standing. And the room becomes silent once again.
Can I use my whatever cantrip? Is Fifi still here? That's the question.
Fifi did vanish.
Okay, if Fifi vanishes, whatever she's tagged on is actually dead. So we know that for true. I want to use Gust of Wind to just gather the Moon King dust.
I will say you can gather it into a nice pile.
Cantrip. Yeah, I
I
just want to
really hope you're not scraping up the ashes of my dead father right now.
Is it your father?
I don't know. That's why I said I hope not.
That's why I wanted to ask him. I specifically remember telling everyone, before we get with the Moon King and all, I'd like to ask him a few questions. But of course, no one listens.
I don't think he was in a questioning mood.
He was
how big is the pile of ashes I get from this dead Archfey?
Surprisingly, not that much.
I'm just gonna snort a little bit of it.
You would probably need 2 handfuls,
The
but
fuck is
you could all
wrong with
gather
you?
it. Most of the other bigger members of your party could probably gather it up into a single handful.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna try snorting a little or eating a little.
It's very
Why?
crunchy. I will say it. If you actually snort it, I'm gonna make you take 1 point of slashing damage, as it seems this is moonstone powder. You've snorted moonstone powder, so you're gonna take 1 point of slashing damage if you actually snort it.
Oh, I totally am. And Lark's just like, oh, it reminds me of that time that we partied with those satyrs over in the Chess Kingdom. Oh.
Hey, is the magic still up on all the stuff? Is it still active?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Well,
So, if anybody would like to take care of that, I'm gonna
yeah,
sit.
sure.
I can cast Dispel Magic. Can I try Dispel Magic on?
Yeah, roll it.
You don't roll. Do I roll Dispel Magic?
If it's above a 3rd level spell you're trying to dispel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if it's above a 3rd level, is it above a 3rd level spell?
Yes, it is.
Can
He did say roll it.
Cast it at 4th level?
Roll it.
Can I? Okay, that can go on infinitely. Okay, let's try Dispel Magic. 10 plus. Wait, what is it?
Spellcasting ability modifier.
Oh, so I got a 10 plus 9, 19.
What are you specifically trying to
Wait,
dispel?
Your spellcasting ability modifier is 9?
Yes.
Oh, just like your charisma score, not
just that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so 15.
You reach out to try and dispel this force field around
Which is
something, maybe the nearest plinth or cabinet or whatever, and you feel the magic moving in. You see the iridescent field begin to flicker and ripple like water, but then it becomes solid once again.
I'm gonna say as it's becoming solid again, I go and just cough up some blood.
Okay.
I just go, does anyone else fancy a short rest or something? Just while we figure things out.
Way ahead of you, Arthur says as he swigs from a bottle of whiskey.
If you all are taking a short rest, those of you who had your strength scores reduced may return them to their normal level.
Can I do the thingy that is during a short rest, I play a song and everyone heals even more? A song of rest?
Yes, you may.
Cool. Everyone gets an extra 1d8. Do I roll it or does everyone individually roll it?
I think everybody individually re-rolls it.
Okay, yeah.
That's
everyone.
If we spend hit die, right?
If you decide to spend your hit dice, yes.
Well, I'm gonna use my hit die and my Bloodwell vial to get extra sorcery points. And before we short rest, I'm gonna do my Warlock and turn 2 of my Warlock slots into sorcery points.
Of course.
So I'll gain 7 more sorcery points.
Good old coffee locking.
Oh, here we go. You have to go into short rest. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let's try 3d10.
19. Is 19 enough hit points, or should I spend another hit die?
Well, you do get that free d8.
That's including the free D8.
Okay.
The free D8 plus I spent my 2 Warlock dice. I'll spend 2 of my. I don't know. I'll spend 3 of my Sorcerer dice too. Why not?
Ugh.
Does 19, 21,
Wait, what the fuck?
30. I'll gain 30 hit points. I'm almost at max.
Ooh.
Oh, no, wait. I had my. Oh, yeah. Oh, I am at max. Okay, cool. Yay. I used 5 of my hit dice. I have 5 left.
Why
All
are
right.
my hit points not? It's not doing it.
It's a bit weird. I don't quite remember how to do it, but I think you don't hit the button you think you're supposed to hit, which is bizarre.
No, it says, okay, your healing has automatically been applied, and then my HP does not change. So I'm just gonna roll the actual fucking dice.
Yeah, I don't quite remember how to do it. I figured it out,
Okay,
but I don't
that's-
quite remember.
21, and then you said we get an extra D8 for the Song of Rest?
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, I was
that's
supposed to be
1, so
adding
that's great.
2 to all of those. I used 4, so that's 8 more points. Cool.
Yep.
Oh, perfect. Awesome.
All right. So,
Okay, so 21 plus 3 is 24, 25. So I heal 25 points of damage.
During,
Apply
can I do
heals.
like an investigation check for like during the rest, just to be like, hey, like figure out what could possibly be making the force field, or like trying to figure out how to get a thing out. I just need to get a thing out. I just want to investigate.
I'll let you do an investigation check.
Okay.
Can Percy make a check to see if there's any fun lootable items that they don't need to use to find their mom?
19
I'm gonna
plus.
politely request that you not loot the bedchambers of my presumably deceased
Why
mother.
not? You
I
loot
gotta-
my house all the time.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah, that's your house. I didn't steal no shit from your house. Well, there was that pipe, but you said I could have it.
32.
32. Okay.
I'm good at investigating.
Investigating?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it seems like as you investigate, you see there are carvings of sigils and runes into all of the cabinets. The cabinets are very decorative. They have a lot of leaves and grapes and flowers and other things carved into various sections of them. The panels where the windows are, the doors all have arched, almost stained glass Gothic windows. All of these have like little runes hidden around on them that are obviously magical, that are probably what is enchanting and keeping the force field in place. But there are keyholes on the doors of all of these. They're just very tiny and very well hidden.
Oh, so like tiny dwarf doors.
Maybe.
Can I try
I'm
to
gonna
eat
say
these
picking a
on
lock
home?
probably wouldn't go well.
I mean, you don't know until you try.
Eh.
All right, what item do you guys want to take?
I
The
mean,
dress is the biggest one, right? This is the most
I
important
don't.
thing.
You know, I'm just gonna say right now, I don't really know how to transport.
An 11-foot dress made of seawater and
I think
sunshine.
you can probably just like fold it, right?
I don't think so. It's a Vera Wang.
It is also
Well,
on
you
a
don't
mannequin.
need it to look pretty. You just need to
I'm
track it.
done. Just somebody grab the fucking hairbrush and let's
That's
get the
what
hell out of here.
honestly, I was looking at the hairbrush. So
Just shove it in my
I
bag.
will say there
I
are
think I can
I'll
still
go
get
tons of
it.
past Dispel
hairbrushes and
Magic.
combs.
I was
All right,
thinking just the
roll it.
most personal item I could find. I don't know what that would be, but
I mean, I will say there was the quilt.
I don't
And
know.
Which is not
scissors.
locked behind a cabinet.
Do I know she touched that? Like that's hers?
It is right next to the bed, and the Moon King probably isn't quilting.
Okay, I guess I can take the belt. So
I've spent the whole short rest in the bed at this point.
What the?
are you like
no
wrapped?
respect?
Are you like wrapped in the quilt? I have to yank it off you. Like
I'm using one of the pillows just as an entire like body pillow for like a normal sized 11-foot tall person because I'm only 3 feet tall.
Mhm.
So I'm just lounging.
Can we just do a
Lark,
long rest?
You get a short rest. So Percy, what did you roll for your 23? Wow. All right. So you walk up to one of the cabinets that has quite a few like hairbrushes and things in it. You reach out and it only takes a moment before the glowing sort of iridescent shimmery force just vanishes. You also notice the moonlight that is lighting the inside of the cabinet also goes out. So it is now a dark cabinet.
What do you want here?
Does the stuff turn into moonstone?
No, it does not.
Oh, okay. I was worried that you were going to take it out of the force field and it was going to turn into stone. I was going to make back. Anyway, I'm going to take the quill.
All right, well, I'm taking something. We've made no money in forever. I have no money.
Now he cares about money. When I want to defile a corpse for gold, he has all kinds of things to say.
Hey, don't say shit about defiling a corpse there, Arthur. All of you had a problem with me decapitating the storm giant to serve as a bed. Oh no, Lark, you can't sleep in a giant skull. That's gross, Lark.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear
defiling
about it.
a corpse, and then there's just being extra.
I still
What's
have
valuable in here that I can take?
There's plenty of hair brushes. Most of them do have tiny itty bitty little gemstones set into them.
Cool.
Some of them are made out of moonstone. There is a very large there is like a very large one that looks like it's made out of silver with very fine looking bristles that as you kind of pick it up, it does like leave a little iridescent trail in the air, almost like smoke as you kind of wave it back and forth.
Are there any weapons?
There are a few swords, but they appear to be mostly ceremonial.
I want the sword anyway.
All right. Well, they are locked behind a magic.
You get to take a souvenir, but I can't take anything from my mother's room.
I'm gonna go take a hairbrush too, since he did that. Honestly,
try learning to spell magic.
Would you be so kind as to unlock this bullshit cabinet for me, since you're looting my mother's room?
Can I show him where the keyhole is so he can try to lockpick it?
Yeah, you can. It's pretty easy to find now that you know where it is.
I go to Arthur and I go, look at this little keyhole right there. You could use your little magic.
Oh, look at that. Okay, well, fine. I'll try to pick the lock.
All right.
You're very unpleasant.
Are you just now learning this?
No, I'm just now stating it, though.
Well, for whose benefit?
I think my own at this point.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so because thieves' tools, hang on. And yeah, I doubt I managed to pick the lock. That was a 15.
Yeah, it's weird. At first, when you insert the thieves' tools in, you don't feel any teeth. It reminds you of when you tried to pick the lock in the magic shop.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually you do find the teeth. It's very fine engineering. Very fine craftsmanship, beyond what mortals can do. And you find it nearly impossible to get through. You think if you tried over maybe several hours, you might be able to get it open, but that's several hours of work.
All right, this lock is going to take more time than we have. Don't make me ask nicely. Could you just...
All right. I'm taking a sword also. I'm going to cast Dispel Magic.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Roll it.
Come on, don't say I never did nothing nice for you.
Oh my god, even better. That's a 24.
Yep, you just wave your hand and the whole thing just... You can now
reach in and take a very fancy sword.
It is a very fancy sword. It does actually glow a tiny bit.
Ooh, I'll leave, like, if there's a nicer one, I'll let Arthur take that one. But
Oh, how kind.
yeah.
Yeah, they are incredibly beautiful swords. They're also incredibly thin. I will say the one that you take, Percy, it's kind of a little bit more of a rapier. But the hilt looks like somebody took what appears to be maybe mithril and bent it into the shape of a blooming rose that the moonstone blade sticks out of.
Wow.
So it's almost like an inverse basket hilt rapier. And it does
I kind of
glow ever
found
so
something
slightly.
I think I found an item that would work for that. If you're cool with it, Spencer. I was just going through the D&D Beyond. There's something called a moon touched sword,
That's exactly
which
what I was
basically is
thinking
just
of.
Yep, it's just a sword. It just glows in dark white.
Yeah, it doesn't
Cool.
do anything special. I don't think it even has a +1 bonus to it.
Nope.
It's just a sword that glows, which is exactly what I was thinking these things were.
Yep. Okay.
Hell yeah. I just want to sell things because I'm poor.
Your
While
poor?
they while they do that, can I try to? So, Archfey's dead. I'm sleeping on the pillow that he cried his bittersweet tears into. Can I try to ET phone home from the pillow? Like, can I try to plant a seed in the pillow and just be like, "Mummy, mummy, grandfer"?
Once again, it begins to grow, but then it kind of blows away and doesn't quite reform. Your patron is the queen of air and darkness, not the moon. And so the moonlight seems to be interfering, and the moon realm itself seems to be interfering with the growth of these plants.
Fascinating. We finally found the one place where Lark can't get up to his shenanigans. It's a shame we're not staying.
All right. So what would you all like to do now that you have your fancy swords and your interesting hairbrush and other such things, other such accoutrements?
You've got the quilt, yeah?
Yeah. Sorry, I was lost in.
Do you think that will do what we need?
If it doesn't, I have the hairbrush. So, and I'm pretty sure I saw some, hairs in it. That seems like it could help out. Yeah, I think that's all. Thanks
Well-
for your help.
So now what?
Nah, I
What,
go.
is that it? Now we just go?
Yeah, I mean, you do. Yeah, I have business to do with Hi, what's his name again?
The wizard guy.
The wizard guy.
Wizard guy.
Oh, it's French. It's French. I know it's French. It's Demore.
Dumont.
I honestly have
Demonte.
forgotten.
Dumont.
Dumont.
It's Dumont.
Dumont.
Yeah.
Don't quite
Watch
remember
out.
his first name.
I've got business to, Dumont can probably help me from here, unless you're interested.
Check it out. I wrote it down.
Thank you. I wrote it down on a sticky note. So bad note-taking system. Sorry.
We've come this far. I'm not just leaving when you're about to go figure out where the
Laurent
fuck our mother
Dumont.
went.
I mean, you weren't interested at all before.
That is all good and stuff, but oh wait, don't you have the horn thing? That's how we're getting back?
I mean, Dumont could get you back as soon
How do we
as you
get to
go.
Dumont? Because we did ride swans here.
Do we call the swans back?
That is a good point. I forgot about.
You do remember the swans did kind of just sit down and nest at the edge of the
Oh.
realm.
Okay.
Yeah. And then sorry, I'm laughing because
so
I'm
should we
remembering
return to
Swan
the
cameo.
Oh, yeah.
Should we return to the Swan Princess and tell her that her contract has
Oh,
been
yeah, maybe she'll
fulfilled?
give us something.
I hope so. This has been
Since when are
quite
you so greedy?
uneventful.
You know, I'm trying to enjoy the little things right now because life is hard and short and we're all going to die, so might as well
Not that I'm
don't
complaining,
know.
it's a delightful change of philosophy.
I was going to say, I've never heard Percy this nihilistic, and it's doing something for me.
This whole party is very
Right?
nihilistic, and it's like, oh, y'all
Kinda
believe.
hot.
All right,
Sorry,
then.
what? So, return to the Swan Princess?
I would say probably
Yeah.
Lucky would be like the last one out of the room, probably, just because it'd be like lagging, just like.
I think Arthur's probably doing the same kind of thing, like just like, eh.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I'm probably just gonna be staring at the quote on the back of chamomile. Just
Yep.
So.
You do make your way back out of the realm. It is
Lost
still
ya.
eerily quiet. What?
No, we didn't lose him. We lost you.
Oh, wait, now everybody's gone.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There
it
we
was,
go.
It was,
Okay,
it was,
I'm
it was
back.
a
I'm
you
back.
thing, not a him thing.
Okay.
So, like,
Okay.
Spencer, is there a way to just fill an empty seat of power in the Feywild, by the way, that I would know of?
Is it bloodline?
God, you do not get to be a king.
You don't know of any way. A lot of these ways are kept very secret, mostly because the Archfey like to jealously guard their powers and how they became what they became. So you would not know of any way, or at least not know of any way that you could take advantage of at the moment.
Lame.
I know.
Yeah. Well, is what it is. You can be king another day.
Yes.
Before Lucky leaves, I'm gonna go to the bed and go to the side table to like one of those cloth patches that the quote was being sewn over. And I'm just gonna like cut my thumb to leave some of my blood onto the cloth.
Okay. You do that.
Yeah.
You're not sure if anything happened or not.
No, I'm not. It's more just like I was here. Like,
All right.
yeah.
So you all head back
okay.
out into the realm at large, back to the swans, which, of course, the magic reasserts itself over Chamomile in the funny state that she is in. And you fly down, down, down through the clouds towards the lake. Once again, the harp music from on high begins to play, and for a moment it's rather loud until you descend and it begins to go quiet and quieter. The swans land in the lake and swim, paddling onto the shore, letting you off. Chamomile turns back into an owlbear, and the swans go back onto the water, where one by one they transform back into the lake water they came from and drop in, leaving no trace except a ripple.
Is the Swan Princess around, or?
Yes, surprisingly, the Swan Princess is around. She is standing on the shore, and behind her are some other figures. You see, standing behind her is Gloria, the princess, the daughter of Titania and Oberon, who you visited her special palace that was flying in the sky. Then you stole the rose, the blue rose from her. You also see a woman with slightly green skin, with quite a lot of tattoos on her neck and arms that resemble vines and flowers, with blonde hair in a white dress that you, Lark, would probably recognize as being Titania. You also notice that standing off to one side, a little bit farther away from her, is the very large, muscly, antler-headed Oberon. You see, I'm checking because I believe I wrote the names down of everybody that's here.
Dang, it's a party.
It is a party. Oh, you see a very familiar tiny little figurine of a sort of goblin girl in a dress with a teacup on her head. That is the teacup princess that apparently has been freed at some point. You also see the red and the white queen from the Borderlands. All of you see an additional figure that you don't recognize, but Lark, if you'd like to make a history check as I describe them. He seems to be, he has a very deep golden tan. He wears a loincloth as well as arm bands and sort of leg bracers, but he has a lot of flowers covering him and a red stripe across his face over his eyes. He wears a very fancy headdress with lots of feathers coming out of it. Lark, what did you get?
I only got a 9.
Yeah, you don't really recognize this figure. You also see your patron, Queen Mab, standing there, and Granther standing
Do
there.
what now?
You see all of these people standing at the shore, waiting for you.
I'm gonna fly over to my queen and Granther and be like, "My lady Granther," but obviously do the supplications first. Bow.
Yes.
Land on the ground. Only time Lark lands is when he's up to shit or when she's around.
Right.
So I feel like Arthur should also kneel, maybe.
You do kneel if you wish.
As like Chamomile is like walking towards the Swan Princess, I would love to like bow and sing like an accolade to the Swan Princess and being like heroically telling the tale of like we went and killed the bastard, and then like bow and then like in front of everybody.
The Swan Princess kind of just nods. But she turns and addresses all of you. Well, seems there is an interesting development. Something you said, Lark, before you left had me intrigued. I called up a few, of course, acquaintances. It seems that there has been trouble brewing for quite some time that we were entirely unaware of, and we traced it back to a single person, Samantha. It seems Samantha has betrayed us all and has been spending her influence and time preventing messengers of the Feywilds from getting to us, and spending all of her influence and power to convince our people that what is happening on the material plane, at least from what you have brought forward, is a lie.
Me? A liar?
No, Samantha is a liar.
Of course
She has used and abused our powers, and indeed puts the Feywild in jeopardy.
I wonder whose fault that is. I mean,
well, we can point fingers all we like. Ultimately, if we were to point fingers, Lark would share the large portion of the blame.
I mean,
he
I
was
wasn't
the
going to say
one
anything.
who picked her to be transported to the Feywild in the first place. If he hadn't done this, none of this would happen, but it's far too late for that. So, the two courts have come together, as this does endanger the Feywild. So, we have made a decision. And she turns, and you see Titania pull out a scroll with sort of flowers tied to it. She cracks open a seal and expands the scroll and says, in conjunction, both the Gloaming Court and the Summer Court condemn the witch Samantha to death for crimes against the Feywild and betrayal of the universe. We therefore ask you, Lark of the Feywild, indebted to the Queen of Air and Darkness, to carry out her execution's sentence. You may take your party with you, and we will do everything to aid you in her execution. And she rolls up the scroll. Do you...
Is there any shot I could get just a smidge more assistance, my lords and ladies?
What assistance are you asking for specifically?
The help of my siblings, of course. The four of us are more powerful together than we are apart.
Maybe you can even find all of them.
And Titania looks over. I'm assuming you have the fourth one. And Queen Mab nods. Yes, I indeed have the fourth sibling. They will be allowed to help you. They will go with you.
Fabulous. So now we all get to go clean up Lark's mess.
So, we do have another form of assistance we can offer you. And at this point, the flower-bedecked man steps forward and pulls out a very simple-looking staff, the end of which is carved to look like as if it were growing into flowers, and tipped with what looks like a piece of jade. But it's carved of clearly some sort of not quite very dark wood, but also not very light. And he hands it to whoever is willing to take it.
I guess I will.
Wonderful. This is a staff of flowers. When you are done with whatever business you need, use this to summon a portal to my domain. I will use it to help you cross to her forest. My domain seems to be the closest.
So how do we get there in the first place?
Well, it is simply a staff of flowers. Simple to use. Just conjure a patch of flowers and the domain will do the work for you.
Oh, so we're to travel through your domain to get to hers and return the same way.
Yes.
All right.
However, I'm sure you have some business to attend to. Odette mentioned that you were retrieving a personal item of another Archfey for other reasons.
Yes.
Time moves differently in the Feywild, and we, working together, can keep her realm slowed. It's very hard to assert dominance over another realm, but with the conjunction of both courts, we should be able to do it. But be quick. We can only hold it for so long.
Lucky's gonna like grab there, just be like, "Hi, well, y'all find yourselves in all sorts of trouble now, don't you? Oh, I hope you have a fun time."
What?
What?
Oh no, that's not how this is going.
What?
We risked our asses to get you the thing you want. Now you're going to help us kill this ginger bitch.
I didn't even do much of a help there. What the? I didn't do much. I just incapacitated him and did a bunch of psychic damage and also a flame blade. But I didn't do much.
Well, then one can only hope that you'll just die in a terribly entertaining way.
You are quite unpleasant, Arthur. Quite unpleasant. Fine. Do I have to go with? I'm gonna look up at the Swan Princess and the rest of the court and be like, I'm not technically a part of them, right? Or am I technically a part of them?
At the moment of declaration, legally, you are part of the group.
Yeah. Nice try, though.
Welcome to the club, Lucky.
I got this name ironically.
Oh, also, my lady. Lark's just looking up at, his queen. He's like, Moon King's dead. I don't know if anyone wants to move in on that territory.
I do have blood rights to that territory. So
Oh, one of you sign them over to me. It's fine.
no.
Didn't you forfeit those blood rights?
No, I lied.
Wait, did I freeze?
You did freeze,
You
yeah,
did.
but now you're back, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I missed after I asked the question. What did you say?
I said I lied.
Honesty in the
Yeah,
face.
I'm not having any part of that one. That's between you and Lark.
There we go. Perfect. He forfeited his rights.
To me, it's fine.
Who did what? No,
Don't
no,
ask too many
you
questions.
misunderstand. You misunderstand, and Lark is
We
not so
can
foolish
figure
to
out the blood
believe.
rights and who has them of the realm later. There's an execution to be carried out, and I'm assuming a small matter of whatever you're doing with that personal item that needs to be done first.
And a finite amount of patience belonging to our beneficent queen.
Lark's just gonna look over at Granther and be like, in the back of his head, he's like, the fuck are you doing here, old man?
But you don't say that out loud, do you?
No, actually, Lark's just gonna be like, Granther, what the fuck are you doing here?
I have my reason.
I never really thought you were that big of a wig. Who knew?
You'd be surprised.
Should we just all be descended from royalty then? Prince, executioner.
Let me
What's the
see.
difference?
I think technically everybody, almost everybody here, in some ways descended from some sort of nobility or royalty.
Uh-huh.
Fun.
Yay. We're oh god, does that make us all Nepo babies?
The whole
This is a party of Nepo babies.
Well, you technically haven't named your group yet, so you could be the Nepo babies.
Only on episode 80 whatever.
Our group name is finally established on episode 87, the Nepo babies.
I really hope that doesn't stick.
The mighty Nepos.
To be fair, I didn't know I was a Nepo baby until episode 30 something or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I didn't know until 5 minutes ago, so. At any rate, have we really the time for this conversation in front of our esteemed lords and ladies?
I mean, no, we can just go straight to the execution, right? I mean, my mother's not going to be materializing anytime soon, so.
Or any less lost.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to, I don't know, rest at all?
Do we have time to afford a rest before we go execute her?
I don't know.
I
Or
would
a place
recommend
to
a
do
rest.
so?
She is an Archfey.
Now.
You seem to have just gotten out of a fight. I'm assuming
How
you
did
have
she
killed
ascend?
King Rothbart.
Yeah, I did. Did you not hear the song?
Yeah, that was what the song was.
Right. Good.
I used to
I would
slant rhyme
recommend-
on Rothbart. You know, it's not a quite. Yeah. So.
Yeah, so Lark's just gonna be like, I guess, to the assembled group of lords, ladies, and people way above his station. He's like, did anyone figure out how she ascended and has started to slowly infect the Feywild with a rogue domain?
At this point, the feather and flower bedecked man turns and says, well, we have a theory. It seems she may have sacrificed an entire village to do so, pulling upon their divine sparks, as well as tricking quite a few members of my domain into giving up a tiny portion of their divine sparks. Using those, cobbling them together with the mass sacrifice, she ascended, and she seems to, at least to some degree, be drawing power from the Shadowfell. For what reason, we are not sure.
Ah, well, there you have it, Lark. All you have to do is sacrifice a few dozen innocents and maybe make a contract with the demon.
Don't
big
tempt him.
Is the village of rabbit folk still available? I got a small spat to sort out with them.
I'm gonna humbly request that Lark shut his face and also ask if perhaps there's a place we could rest for the night, day, whatever the fuck it is now.
On princess time. So it's just dusk.
Well,
I would love a rest.
perhaps the city, if you have the city of Cur Arbor, if you have any unfinished business there. It seems you do, from what information I've been able to gather.
Ah, yes. Dumont.
That old bastard.
So we return to Dumont, share with him our news, and bed down.
Granther.
Ah,
Who's the flower and feather boy?
that's Zakapilli. He's the Prince of Flowers.
Oh, that... Nope. Sorry, I actually know that spirit. Above Gate.
Yeah,
Yes.
like from mythology, I know who that is too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
Yeah.
If I need to spell it for any of your notes, I can. I have it written down.
Xochipilli.
Yep.
I don't like having dyslexia.
It was
I've written
interesting
it
to
several
try
dozen
and
times, so...
it was interesting to try and figure out how to say that name.
Well, you know how, like, at least when people spell stuff for me, I try to place it in order? My dyslexia, like, the two first letters came in and went, no. Just like...
Xochipilli.
Well, we have our realms to get back to, and we will be attempting to slow time in her domain, at least to keep her trapped there. I'd recommend you get your rest in and your business done quickly before you move to the execution.
Speaking of which, does anybody... Arthur's just going to shake his nearly empty whiskey bottle.
And you see Gloria at this point just twirls her finger, and in your other hand appears a very beautiful elvish make whiskey bottle, and the whiskey actually glows with lancing beams of sunlight coming out of it. Fine. There you are. Our finest.
Well, now that's the sort of magic I can get used to.
I want to go up to the flower prince and just be like, and I'm just gonna like open my bag of weed that's empty and just be like, he got one, can I get one too?
He kind of just waves his hand, and it's not weed that appears, but it is various assortments of flowers. Give me a nature check.
Ooh, I love the idea of this. Oh wow, 25. Okay.
What
All of
hallucinogenic
these
herbs did we
flowers
get
are
today?
various. They're common, but they are, at least by Feywild standards, all mild hallucinogenics.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm just gonna put them all nice and neatly in the bag, separated. Don't do both of them at the same time. I know. Don't mix it with alcohol.
I'll bow to the queen. I'll even peck Granther on the cheek. And then I'm gonna like look at the Prince of Flowers, give him a head nod and wink. And just be like,
Yeah, okay.
He does give a little nod back.
Shall we then?
I think we shall.
Does anybody have an apple?
Um,
Are we just
I was
asking
more
the
concerned
rulers of
about
the
liquid
Feywild
lunch.
to make us like food, to make us lunch right now?
I mean, why doesn't matter, Percy? We're all gonna die anyway. We might just enjoy the small things.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Okay.
anybody have like create food and water or good berries?
I just want an apple.
Lark's just like, I'm not trying to ask them for anything other than a bed warming partner, Percy. Now butt out.
that last fight got me like
Damn.
I have like a third of my life left, and
Did you not heal any in the
You
short
do
rest?
see
I
Granther,
want an apple.
as you ask for this, Granther just puts out a fist and a huge apple appears and he hands it over.
Cool.
Lovely.
I put it like
Everyone
all
sated.
in one gulp.
All of our various hungers satisfied for the moment. Lark.
Not particularly.
Mm-hmm. Well, then I'm afraid we're going to bed disappointed. Shall we away?
Back to Elf Town.
Let's
Lovely.
go, folks.
La-di-da. Yep.
It does take you a little bit, but you walk back out of the Swan Princess's domain into daylight. It seems days in this domain that Kerr Arbor is in the center of seem to last a very long time, or time moves very differently while you're outside of it. Either way, it seems like you left in the morning and it is barely past noon as you begin to walk down the long road. You do find, as you pass through the place where the pumpkins were, dawn has broken. It's the golden rays of dawn washing over the field, of which there are many smashed pumpkins and broken scarecrows, but it seems peaceful as you pass back into the forest and back into the noonday light. You make it all the way back to Kerr Arbor, and probably at this point it's about maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon as you rock up to Laurent Dumont's shop. You can see him pacing back and forth, setting things up and moving boxes around as you open the door and ding, ding, ding. He turns, "Oh, hello, welcome back. I'm assuming you were successful?"
We were, Professor. I have this hairbrush with some hair in it.
Well, that might certainly work. And he takes it. What's everybody's passive investigation? Not passive investigation, passive perception.
How do you get that?
17, I think.
It's just
10
your
plus
wisdom
your
modifier.
Just your
It's
wisdom
10 plus your
modifier?
perception.
Your wisdom modifier,
Is
and I
that.
think your proficiency modifier if you're proficient in it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
plus your perception.
am.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
mine's only
10
4.
plus your
Okay.
perception.
Then
17
mine
here.
is 19.
11.
17.
So, Percy, you see kind of against the wall are about 3 signs, each of which have a different name of what presumably he would like to name his shop. There is the Soft Duckling, the Wandering Cow, and the Wise Old Raven.
And I just say, oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
And those are all
Wait a
in
minute.
the corner of the room as he takes the hairbrush and, all right, well,
But
I hope
he's a
you'll-
monkey, right?
No, he's not a monkey. He's
No.
Who was I thinking of that was a monkey?
There's a
that was
different
the
monkey.
librarian.
Just a
in
different
the-
guy? Okay.
Yeah, it was a different. It's
Yeah.
one of the animal Archfey,
Cool.
Mhm.
related to like Chanticleer, the rooster that you met.
Yeah.
So yeah, those signs are in the corner of the room. But he begins to quickly unpack this sort of equipment, and he just seems giddy and excited as he just, oh, this is going to be amazing. If this experiment
Wait a
works,
second.
this means there's a possibility that I can do something with my shop that has never before been seen, even in the Feywild. The ability to travel through both space and time. This is exciting.
I knew it.
Uh,
Yep.
As
As
he
soon as he
begins
said the
to-
signs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like we should probably leave this place.
Maybe be careful with that.
No, I'm nothing but careful, he says, setting up the equipment. And he sets up a very arcane looking machine. It's very clearly artifice.
Right. I mean, like double, like triple, quadruple check. Everything is
Already in the
going.
second round of checks as he continues checking levers, and he gently places the brush in a container and shuts the canister.
I like motion over to like all of the guys and like whisper in like in I guess Arthur's ear because you have telepathy. He's like, this is the Cully. This guy is the Cully rat. It's him. This is the guy.
Yeah, he's definitely the Cully rat. Yeah.
What's going on?
Nothing. It's fine.
Hi.
All right, everybody, clear the center of the room. We are going
I leave.
to turn.
I'm gonna get out of the store with him.
What?
Yeah.
What is?
I'll watch from out here.
Staying. It's fine, Professor.
I guess I'll stay. Arthur's kind of curious.
Well, luckily you two are staying since this is your mother, I guess.
Maybe.
Well, I'm so excited to get this on. I'm going to do a last round of checks, and then I'm going to turn it on. And hopefully we will find the last moments before the disappearance of the Lady of Stars and finally figure out this mystery. I'm so excited. And he begins to flick levers. He began to flick levers, and it whirs to life. This machine, a portal then opens. A starry field appears, occasionally flickering different images before finally it goes onto a static image. It is very similar to the illustration that you would have, Lucky. A very large woman, golden hair, glowing with starlight, in a bed, laying in a bed. It's too small for her. Her legs are up, and she is kind of in an awkward position as she seems to be cradling a baby. And Arthur, you recognize this room. This is Miriam's bedroom back in Pinprick. And in fact, just off to the side, you see poking into frame is a very recognizable halfling leg with a very recognizable halfling shoe on it. And you can actually hear the very familiar snores of your mother, Miriam.
I don't. What is this?
It worked. Time magic. We can now even enter that moment in time, even for a short period of time.
I'm jumping in.
I follow, yeah. I
no
see him
speaking. Like the
jumping.
second he says that, I'm jumping in. Like no, there's no hesitation. There's no like. It's me. It's my mom. Like.
Yeah. As you enter, you are in a very familiar room. It's changed a lot since as you grew up, it changed, of course, as Miriam grew older and things had to be moved around and changed. This is even slightly different from your earliest childhood memories of watching her quilt in her room or running around and playing inside of it. Of course, Lucky, you don't recognize this room at all.
No.
But you do recognize the woman from the illustration, and as you enter, you do see, as she has cradled in her arms a swaddled baby that looks a lot like what Arthur would look like as a baby. And she feebly leans her head over, and she looks at both of you. Arthur, Lucky, I'm so glad I get to see you.
Can I see Miriam?
I don't think she's going to wake up. She's in a very deep sleep.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I meant above game. Can Arthur see Miriam?
Oh yes, yeah. She is in the chair, snoring.
He's running over to her as fast as he can, like just throwing his arms around her, trying to like give her a hug, wake her up, something.
She doesn't seem to wake up.
Where are you?
Hmm?
Where are you?
I'm in a small village. Pinprick. That's where we are right now.
We.
This
What?
is
Where am I?
this is my home. This is where I grew up.
All right, no, not where are you right now. I'm sorry. We're from the future. It's hard to understand. Where are you in the future?
How would she know that?
I think I am dead. Soon to be dead. I'm using the last little bit of my power to stay with... And she kind of turns the baby a little bit. With you, before I have to pass.
I don't. Mother said she found me.
In a way, she
Why
did.
would she lie?
She didn't. I did what I had to do.
Why are you here? Why bring me here? Why?
Do you know of my husband?
Rothbart?
Yeah, we killed him.
So it did
Yeah,
work.
sorta.
It worked after all. I was hoping one of my children would be able to do it. He's gone insane.
Yeah.
Why I had to bring you here. Hide you. Wipe her memory. She couldn't know.
Oh.
Or else you would have been killed.
So,
why didn't you take me with you? You left me. I was a baby.
I'm
I am
going
a
to
baby.
die. I'm going to die. There's nothing I can do. I've given the last of my power, the last of my stars. You are the last of my star.
Don't tell me there's nothing you could do.
I'm gonna like hand over like Arthur for a second and just be like, why him?
What do you mean, why him?
A house with a family and everything? Where am I? Huh, Mom? What do you mean? Why him? You found a loving family for him. You found a mother to raise him. You know where I am right now. Because I bet you don't. And that's the point.
Did they not keep you?
Ooh.
The family.
No.
I gave you to a family too.
No, they
I
didn't
did for all my children.
Man, that's some good mothering you got there. I'm gonna step back out of the portal. I checking up on him and finding a suckling at a breast. Arthur, I hope you enjoy your time. Ugh.
Yeah. Okay, so he's pretty upset. Rightly so.
I understand. I did what I could. I had to make sure Rothbart didn't know you existed. Didn't know where you were.
For what? And so what do we do now? Your kingdom is in shambles. Rothbart is dead. The world is ending. What am I supposed to do?
The best you can. You've done
That's
all
it.
I wanted you to do.
That's all you've got for me. 27 years, and that's all you have for me. Just do the best you can. I finally found you, and that's what you have.
Disappointing, I know.
Fabulous. Well, for what it's worth, I hope your death isn't painful.
And at this point, she kind of just doesn't have a response.
Arthur's just gonna, I don't know, like scoff at her or whatever and go over and like, I don't know, kiss Miriam on the cheek or something before he like leaves out of the portal again. Goodbye, mother. And mother.
At this point, you watch the portal as she is definitely at this point crying quite a bit. And she then fades, twinkling, disappearing, leaving you swaddled, laying on the bed before Laurent Dumont kind of do you want the portal shut?
Yes, you can close the fucking portal, Dumont. Read the room.
Pulls the switch and the portal vanishes.
There's just probably like for the first time, like actually overwhelmed with emotion, like he's just gonna kind of collapse and like sob silently into his hands for a minute.
I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting that to happen.
Just still sobbing, no response.
Lucky's gonna walk out with the rest of the party. Just chromatic scales on the lute. Just you might want to go in and check on him.
Are you good?
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm just wonderful. Just great. Go on, go check on him. I'm gonna go find us a place to rest our heads for the evening before I'm off to fucking help you kill another fucking Archfey.
Right. So walking like I take it that it didn't go great.
Is that the sound of Arthur crying I hear? Like sweet, sweet
just like weeping. For fuck's sake, Lark, now.
I'm just going to turn this off.
Yeah.
And he
Why don't you
starts
go ahead and do that, Demont?
fiddling with the...
As that's happening, Lucky like kicks back in the door and goes, and I'm taking my damn hairbrush with me, and just takes the hairbrush and like walks out. Too much to process.
As you do that, you take the hairbrush and walk out. He looks at the device and that's concerning. And there is a crack that is beginning to form across the edge of the canister. Is it... That shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, I just start picking Arthur up, like moving towards the door.
We need to.
Where are we?
You might want to get away.
We're going
from
and be not here.
Yeah.
What?
Lucky, as you're holding the hairbrush, it starts crackling with blue lightning before it shocks you. You do take 1 point of lightning damage as the hairbrush leaps out of your hand and almost bounces erratically, unnaturally around on the street, still sparking lightning. And
what the absolute fuck is that?
you just hear an explosion behind you.
I'm going to call out, this was the first time we met.
The building is exploding in slow motion. Blue flames and electricity are crackling through the air. People are shocked and screaming. And you see Dumont come to the door, in slow motion, attempting to escape, you watch him grow old to
Can
the
I
very
shout?
familiar proprietor of the Cuddly Rat.
Can I shout? You should call it the Cuddly Rat.
I will say, through his shock, there's a bit of confusion before he suddenly is pulled back into the building as the building comes back together, completely perfect, before it seems to quickly flick between several states, decrepit and old, falling down, brand new, barely constructed, the foundations still together, and once again back to decrepit before exploding once again, and then everything vanishes. The lot that it is on has green grass and flowers, and everything is silent.
So what's with the
What
raven
the
thing
fuck
then?
just happened?
I think we just saw the birth of the Cuddly Rat. This is
I
what you
don't-
get. They're messing with forces you shouldn't mess with.
I can't handle this right now.
At this point, you also see the hairbrush was still hopping around for a moment.
Mhm.
It hovers in the air, shakes before transforming into a chunk of silver ore and a horse tail that's been tied together before the two just fly off in opposite directions.
Oh, great, and I don't even get to keep my hairbrush.
No.
How are you so jovial right now?
I don't want to hear a word from you right now, Arthur.
Fuck did I do?
Oh, nothing. I'm going to be quiet now.
Lark's
Can
just
we
gonna
just go find somewhere to sleep and eat
I
apples?
just want to go to bed.
Lark's just gonna drift over to Rerek and Percy and be like, I'm sensing some familial tension now.
Yeah, I think we picked up on that, Lark.
Also, how did she know my name was Lucky? I didn't get my name from her. She named me Lucky. That doesn't even make sense.
That's what you're hung up on right now.
Yes, that's
Really?
what I'm hung up on right now.
She dropped us off like trash across all different corners of the 15 fucking realms she had access to, and
I
then
don't
disappeared.
Like trash, you say? Like trash? Oh, I never knew trash found themselves locked inside of a nice family home.
Did we hear everything they talked about in that portal?
No, you all were outside the shop because you knew what was going to happen.
Ah. Okay.
We
Okay,
we met our
We
mother
can
in
talk
there.
about this later.
let's
Arthur.
make a perception check for places to sleep. Walk around a bit.
I know where we can go. I've been here before. Let's go to this one. It's
Cool.
nice.
We can just camp on that really nice lot.
I will not be standing anywhere near there at any point
I
in time
don't-
ever.
Want to be anywhere. I, for once, agree with Percy wholeheartedly.
Okay.
We only live once. We're all gonna die soon anyway. Let's go to the most expensive tavern I know.
Well, fuck, we were
That
just
would
on all kinds
be,
of time travel magic. Who's to say we're not already dead?
That would be the Green Unicorn's Grove. It's a very beautiful tavern. The outside looks like the rest of the buildings, but the inside has literal green wood, not painted, it's naturally green. Ivy grows all over the place, and rumor has it, it's run by an actual unicorn that was given the gift of shape-shifting to transform into the proprietor of this place. However, that has not been confirmed, but he does go by the name Silvermane.
Oh Lord. Alex is gonna fuck it.
I was waiting for somebody that, yeah, Alex is totally flirting. Like, that's definitely a thing.
You do manage to get, I would say, coinage is a bit strange in the Feywild. It's not quite the same. But
Could
he
we
does accept
intimidate him
1
into
gold
giving us a
piece
room?
per person per night.
Can I
And assuming we're staying the night.
Yes, I also, like, before we walk in, it's gonna be like a switch. Like, walking the whole way there is just gonna be pure seething rage. And then as soon as Lucky steps into the bar, it's like a switch of like, "Ba-da!" and the performer comes out, and I'm gonna walk into the bar singing as if people know me and I've been there, and just like picking up coin and drink and passing it around and like just joyously.
There are a few people that kind of recognize you from previous visits, as I'm sure you visited before, but you don't seem to be a absolute crowd favorite. They
That's
kind
my
of look at you as like oh, they're a performer that thinks they're bigger than they are. But yeah, and
that's my brand.
I will say at this point, you do have a long rest, and this long rest is undisturbed.
Before we go to bed, when Arthur's going to his room, I'm gonna like knock on the door and just before he shuts it, be like, hey, just if you need to talk, we're always here. At least I am. But if you don't want to right now, that's also fine.
I'm not really in the mood for talking right now, but thanks.
Yeah, anytime. And I'll leave.
So you all
That
bed
was,
down for the night, and you all have your long rest. And that is where we are going to end the episode this week. So see you all next week when they go off to the realm of Samantha the Witch to execute her. See you all next week.